What's up, Taiwan? I'm Ethan Liu with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Taiwan's farmers are taking steps to protect their livestock as the weather gets colder. Temperatures are set to drop into the low teens later this week, so these farmers in central Yunlin County are installing gas heaters to keep their baby chicks warm. They say round-the-clock heating will raise their costs significantly, but it's necessary to protect the birds from the winter weather. Debate has been swirling this week about reopening the so-called mini three links between China and Taiwan's offshore islands of Matsu and Jinmen. Ryan Kilpatrick has more.
Nearly 3 years since most ties of China were severed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The ferries that once shuttled between the Chinese city of Xiamen and Taiwan's offshore Jinmen Islands bob idly at their moorings, the sea breeze brushing past shuttered shop fronts and hushed streets.
这几年通通没有大陆客来，那就是表示说我这几年的相关的产业链，包含旅馆这些相关的产业，通通是零。通通是零的话呢，就表示我损失，我们金门的损失大概有60几亿了。
Calls to reopen the so-called free mini links are growing. These are the routes connecting Jinmen to Quanzhou and Xiamen, which lies just half an hour away by ferry, as well as the Matsu Islands to the north and the nearby Chinese city of Fuzhou. The free links refers to the three types of connections: postal, transportation, and trade. They're mini since they link up Taiwan's offshore counties rather than the main island. They started in 2001 as China's economy opened to the world and Taiwanese investment. Opposition Kuomintang lawmaker Chen Yuzhen, who represents Jinmen in Taiwan's legislature, traveled to Xiamen earlier this week to discuss reopening with Chinese authorities. Deputy Health Minister Victor Wang is in Jinmen to inspect disease prevention measures ahead of reopening the links. A new obstacle is China's abrupt reversal of COVID policy, which is expected to result in a wave of new infections this winter.
已经解除了这个封控，那所以预期是有这个一波很大的这个流行会起来。那离岛的这个医疗资源相对是比较小的。
Due to these vulnerabilities, Taiwan's health authority says it will monitor the situation in China ahead of any reopening. Back in Taipei, Premier Su Zhantang has defended remarks saying Chinese visitors might snatch up COVID medicine at the expense of Taiwanese. The opposition has called the suggestion inhumane.
2020年疫情刚起，台湾口罩缺乏的时候，我们禁止口罩出口，也被同样的那几张嘴骂说没人道。中国疫情不公开不透明，我们也要警觉在先。
While much of the world has already resumed to travel as usual, the future of cross-strait exchanges remains uncertain. The reopening of the free mini-links could become a test of a frayed relationship. But before then, it will be a test of confidence in China's belated reopening strategy. Ryan Kilpatrick for TaiwanPlus.
Tea farming is hard work, and that's why many young people are reluctant to make it their career. But that hasn't stopped two sisters from taking over their family business. Our reporter Yu Jinhuang finds out how they're not only winning awards with their products, they're also breaking gender stereotypes.
Picking tea leaves, 66-year-old Zheng Yiguang has been doing this since he was a child. Now, he's the third-generation owner of his family's tea farm.
就没有读书就在山上工作啊。
Independent tea farms like this one, everyone pitches in to do the work. Zheng never expected his two daughters would want to take over the business. So he was ready for the century-old farm to end with him.
男生的话呢，是说体力上来讲，可能男生比较吃些，比较符合。
But his two daughters don't agree. In fact, they both walked away from successful careers to take over the family business in 2015. The older daughter, Zheng Yufang, took the lead. She's been interested in tea production ever since she was in junior high school and would even volunteer to stay up late and help with farm chores. Yufang eventually went on to become a PE teacher, but she never lost her passion for tea production. After nearly 8 years away, she decided to return to farm work, and she actually did both jobs for a month until the school could find a replacement.
一整天弄到凌晨4点，炒完茶，工作到7点，然后接着就去上班。那上班到，因为那时候应该也年轻啊，所以觉得好像没有很累。
The entire tea making process takes at least 30 hours, and each step has to be done by hand. Hence, their tea leaves taste much better than those stirred by machines. It might look easy, but your hands get sore after doing it non-stop.
And it's not enough to just make the tea leaves. You have to sell it too. That's particularly difficult for independent farmers. Fortunately, Yufang knew the perfect person for the job, her younger sister, Zheng Limi. She was doing human resources for a company in Australia, but Yufang persuaded her to come back home.
然后用亲情公司跟我说，哦，我奶奶老了，爸爸年纪大了，然后呢，他想要接下来做。
The two sisters started a revolution at the farm. They overhauled the entire operation, from how the tea trees are grown to switching from wholesale to retail. Their father had doubts at first. The biggest sticking point was this tiny insect. In order to produce top-quality Oriental Beauty tea leaves, you have to get the green leaf hopper to buy the leaves. That means you can't use pesticide on the tea plants. Yufang proposed a solution that went counter to her father's experience, but to his surprise, it worked.
现在就流行无毒啊，然后没有不撒农药，不用除草剂那些啊。 就照他们的意思去做啊。现在我是他们的小帮手。
When he was still running the farm, Zheng Yigang won multiple awards for his tea. Now that his daughters have taken over, they've not only won local awards, they've surpassed their father, winning international recognition too. Their Oriental Beauty tea received the Superior Taste Award from the International Taste Institute. Those awards are judged by Michelin-starred chefs. The honor propelled the Zheng family's tea onto the international stage.
采茶姑娘手上采的茶，从九湖这个地方送到美国去，送到哪里去，他们就会觉得很骄傲。然后慢慢的，他们就会觉得说，哎，好像蛮有一套啊。
The Zheng sisters' efforts have won recognition, not just from their father, but from around the world. And their success shows that old industries can learn new tricks. Leon Lian, Irene Wu, and Eugene Huang for TaiwanPlus.
A rebuilt bridge at a fishing port in northeastern Taiwan is getting ready to open to traffic. The original Nanfang'ao bridge collapsed in 2019, killing 6 people. It had been weakened by a typhoon and an earthquake. Now, after almost 2.5 years of construction, the new bridge is set to open to traffic on Sunday. There are still questions over who will maintain the new bridge. Neither the local government nor the Nanfang'ao Harbor Management Company want the responsibility. The oldest member of Korean pop band BTS has started military service. 30-year-old Jin with a new shaven head is the first of the group to do military service. He'll start with 5 weeks training at a camp close to the North Korean border. In South Korea, all able-bodied men must serve at least 18 months in the army, and there are no exemptions for K-pop stars. Fans waited outside the camp hoping to catch a glimpse of Jin. They were left heartbroken when BTS announced earlier this year they were going on a break. The group is expected to get back together in around 3 years' time after its 7 members have completed their military service. Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, today we leave you with images of gorillas feasting at Taipei Zoo. I'm Ethan Liu. Take care, and I'll see you next time.